questions for Keith.
So today's scrimmage was more like a game? How does that affect the defense?
Well, it was a real good scrimmage because we actually got to go out there for the first time without the coaches actually being out there and just doing everything on our own and just seeing how the players will react, not having the coaches out there to call plays for them and tell them what to do. So it was a real big help.
Does that make you more active in the huddle?
It makes us a lot more active because we have to show our leadership and get players lined up and get the calls from the sideline, make sure everything goes as planned.
James has said several James Burgess that even though with all the guys you lost who were in NFL camps, that this defense can be better than last year. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I feel like our defense can be a lot more better than last year. I mean, we have a lot of big pieces that filled in, like Josh Harvey-Clemens. He's a 6'4" safety that can cover the field and tackle. And you got Keith Brown, he's fast off the edge. And then we got Devontae Fields, who just added in. So there's a lot of good pieces that came in to help us.
What have you seen from Devontae, and how was he like today, and what have you seen out there?
Well, I just call Devontae just a football player. I mean, I don't go off just speed and everything. He's just a flat-out football player. He just goes out there and plays and just goes hard.
What about D'Angelo, and how big is he for this defense? Because he makes you guys free a lot, doesn't he?
Well, D'Angelo's a big help. I mean, the guy benches 500 pounds. So, I mean, whenever he holds up blocks, he expects us to take him out to eat the next day. So,
It's a lot of times, right?
yeah.
What kind of deal is that when you take D'Angelo out?
It's something I don't even want to explain. And I'm sure he wouldn't want me to say it either.
Where y'all go?
He loves steak, chicken, and Pizza Hut.
How far did you guys come as a defense from last week to this week?
Well, we came a lot further. I mean, compared from last camp to this camp, I mean, guys are used to the system and what Coach Grantham has showed us. So we just picked up everything from the start and just been going fast.
James Quick said the offense has had the upper hand in camp. What do you think?
Well, I wasn't going to really comment on that. I'm going to just leave that alone. But we know what happens on the field.
Keith, do you guys think of yourself as, at least maybe on the defense, I don't know if the whole team does, but do you all consider yourselves like a defensive team? Is that the identity of the team?
Well, I think we go both ways. I mean, we have a lot of explosive players on offense as well with Brandon Radcliffe, James Quick. It's a lot of guys over there. And then our defense is good, too, so we just feed off each other.
What do you kind of think of how Coach Grantham coaches out there? I mean, from times we get to watch practice, occasionally he's pretty intense.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Grantham is like a big uncle. Like, he just, you're going to hear his voice. From across the field, he can be on 3 fields away, you're still going to hear his voice. So, you just better be on top of your stuff when you're out there with him.
Yeah, he could have gone to the Raiders, I guess, this summer. What did you kind of think about that he stuck around and turned down the NFL?
Well, that just shows the type of loyalty he has, not only towards the defense, but towards the team and the university. I mean, that just meant a lot because anybody would have took that job, and he wanted to come back here with us.
How much could you all have seen yourselves losing a step if he had moved on?
I mean, Coach Grantham was a big help. So, I mean, it would have been weird just to have somebody else come in here and be another coordinator. But if we would have had to adjust to it, that would have been something we'd have had to do. So.
After a play, you typically got 3 or 4 different defensive coaches all yelling at their group. How do you just learn to listen for the right person yelling? Like, how do you discern who's yelling at who?
Well, I mean, you don't really pay attention to the sound of the yelling. You just pay attention to the message. I mean, he means good when he's talking to you. So you don't really pay attention to how he's yelling. It's what he's saying. So.
Keith, what do you think of kind of helping Savages? I don't think you probably go against him very much personally, but just as far as what kind of do you think what trouble does he give a defensive back?
I mean, he's very physical. I mean, he's a big receiver. So, I mean, a lot of small corners don't like going up against him because he knows how to use his body, and he goes up and attacks the ball. So that can bring down the defense.
What's the matchup like when he goes against Shaq? He's not the biggest guy.
It's real funny because both of them talk so much. So all you're going to hear is arguing all day, and they're going to go back and forth. So it's real fun to watch.
Shaq holds his own against the guy who's got 50 pounds on him?
Yeah, Shaq can hold his own. I mean, people let the size fool him, but he's a feisty guy. He goes out there and holds his own.